Hello, my name is Kifo Victoria, and today I want to speak with you about who we are, about our identity. Do you know that daily we have around 60,000 or more, up to 70,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of our thoughts are the same thoughts as the day before, which means that the same thoughts will give us always the same choices. And the way we think, the way we act, and the way we feel, it's creating our personality and our personal reality. The personality is who we are, and our personal reality is our life. So it's not your parents, it's not your husband, it's not your kids who create your reality. You create your own reality based on this. Most of the people try to create a new reality with the same personality that they have, but this doesn't work. It never works because you have to create a new you in order to have a new reality. If you keep the same thoughts, as I said, you keep doing the same choices, you will feel the same feelings, and you will create the same experience or similar experience, and then you will get the feelings that you feel stuck. And if you've done this repeatedly for more than 10 years, this is becoming your identity, your personality. It's cemented in your brain, in your body. And you start to have automatic behaviors. So by the time when you are 35 years old, we become a series of memorized programs, and this represents 95% of who we are. We represent, by the time of 35 years old, a series of memorized behaviors and unconscious emotional reactions and automatic habituations. And since 90% all this is in our subconscious brain, we use only 5% for our conscious brain. So when we try to change and we want to embrace change, we go against 95% of our subconscious mind. That's why the positive phrases like I'm abundant, I'm happy, doesn't work. Because you can say it, you can use this 5% of conscious mind by saying these phrases, but your body is feeling different because your body can feel something else from the past. And it's saying to you, no, you are not abundant, no, or you are not happy, you are actually miserable. Because the body and the mind are in opposition. As I said to you, the brain is a record of the past. And most of the people, when they wake up every morning, they start to think about their problems. And what are the problems? The problems are memories from past experiences. These memories create a series of thoughts, and the thoughts are triggered by certain emotions. And usually, these emotions are fear or anger or sadness or anxiety, whatever that problem is. And now the body is in the past because the thoughts are the language of the brain and the emotions are the language of the body. And when you are in that state, you actually, the way you think and feel is creating your being, is creating the state of your being in that moment. So you anchor the body in the past by the thoughts that you say to yourself and by the way you feel. And if you are not defined every single day by a vision of what you want to achieve, by a vision how your life should be or your future should be, and you are left with the memories of the past, you will have a predictable life. And the person who is thinking about his problem every single day when he's waking up, and he's just waiting that these emotions are hitting him with the sadness, with the frustrations, with whatever it is, anxiety, by thinking of that problem, he's conditioning the body to stay in the past. And the body will believe that he is in the same past experience. So we learn that the thought and the feeling, the memory and the emotion, and the stimuli and the responses are actually the the factors which start the conditioning process. And if we wake up every morning by thinking of a problem, then we condition our brain and the body back into the past. And then they start to feel unhappy, and then we start to say things why we feel unhappy, and this trigger more unhappy emotion in the body, and this will become a spiral of suffering. And the body thinks that we live the same experience all over again, and the person starts the day in a familiar past. And this is creating a habit, a routine, because over time, keep repeating this is creating like you are on the autopilot, you are on the automatic pilot, and you create the same future, or which is based on the past, or predictable future. In either possibilities, you start to feel stuck. In order to change this, you have to be greater than your conditioning, you have to be greater than your patterns. And if you are not aligned to have a clear vision of your future, and you return to the same familiar place, to the same job, to the same colleagues, to the same family, to the same environment, for which one you have a connecting emotion to it, then your personal reality is becoming your personality. Let me explain. Because your environment will control subconsciously how you think and how you feel. And your life will stay the same, because thinking and feeling and just reacting to the environment will create the same experiences all over again. In order to change, you have to be greater than the circumstances and greater than your environment. Because if the day is starting okay for you, and you have certain things which make you happy, yeah, you have a good day, right? But if the day is not coming the way you wish, or you have challenges or situations, and you don't feel okay, you start to feel anger or frustrated, or you becoming reactive to that circumstances. And then you feel that you are victim, and you are victim of your circumstances and of your environment. The things, then you say to yourself that the things, if they are good, you feel good. If the things are going bad, you feel bad. So the environment is so strong that it's controlling our well-being and our thoughts and feelings, and this produces effects in our life. So between the familiar past and the predictable future, there is only one thing: the present. The present, which can allow the unknown and the possibilities to exist. But in order to do this, you have to get rid of this conditioning. And how you do this? You need to train your body. How? You have to close your eyes and disconnect from the stimulus from your environment. Either you can do this with your eyes closed and maybe listening some music, put some headset, either through the meditations. It's up to you how you feel comfortable. Because meditation, what it's doing, it's putting you to live in the moment, to stay present. And if you are a person who the first thing in the morning what is doing is waking up and moving the body, maybe you should stand still and try to meditate. So go against your programming. Go against your own programs. This is a victory. And if you are a person who stands still, you do the opposite. In this way, you create new patterns. And meditation also is important because during the meditation, many people, they say they cannot meditate because a lot of thoughts are coming in their mind when they try to meditate. They think of the school, of the kids, of the email that they have to write. They ask themselves how long this will take, and so on. And all these thoughts are not necessarily true, but you can observe the thoughts, because actually you can see your own conditioning, because the brain is on the automatic pilot and is just showing to you the way it was habituated to do. And you can see your patterns by observing your thoughts. And it's very important that sometimes some emotions are coming from the past, in which you had no control. And if you keep the body in the present moment, you start to harmonize the body and the brain together, and they sleep in the present moment. And in this way, you can free yourself from the chain of the familiar past, and you can be open to new possibilities and to create a new reality. So let me know if this helped you, and see you soon.